welcome to my show Desi Aroma. I'm doing a very quick Lucknowi style Kadai Paneer. Now this paneer is a little different from the northern style Kadai Paneer, but it's very easy to cook, fast, and as you'll see, I'll be doing a one-hand cooking. So I'll be taking the filming myself plus the cooking, and it tastes delicious. You have to try this recipe. So the paneer has been cut into small pieces like this, and it's going to be marinated with haldi powder, salt, and chili powder, cayenne red mirch powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and take all my paneer pieces and add this to my bowl here. Red chili powder, just a little bit of that, about a little bit of salt as per your taste. And then I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric powder. So salt, chili powder and turmeric powder, and then I'm going to squeeze this half a lime in there. So just put the juice of this half a lime. This only needs to marinate for about 5 minutes, not more than that, and that will take the paneer taste. And then I'm going to shallow fry this on a fry pan. I also have here is some julienne ginger, which will go at the end, and then I have some green dhania, cilantro, which is very roughly chopped. You can see like it's got huge pieces of cilantro in there. You can look at the size here, and some stems which are fairly large. And then I have these Roma tomatoes and some onion. I'm using, I had a very large onion, so I'm using half a onion chopped into pieces like this. So these are fairly large pieces too. And then the tomato I've just cut into 4 pieces. Okay, the pan is on my stove. I'm going to add a little bit of desi ghee to it, and that's all it needs. It's just about a tablespoon of desi ghee. And as soon as that heats up, I'm going to go ahead and add my paneer to this. So like I said, this is only on, there goes my paneer in there. I'm going to just lightly fry it. This is how the paneer looked. I got it slightly fried, but not overdone. Okay, the pan is hot. I put about 3 tablespoons of regular oil. In goes my jeera. This is about half a teaspoon of jeera. First thing goes in there is your ginger and garlic. This will infuse the oil with that taste. So this goes in there. I'm going to just mix that up with a spatula. And again, sorry for the video today, because this is a one-hand cooking. I'm using a camera in one hand and cooking from the other, so bear with me on that. Now what you're trying to do is get a little brown color on this. The reason for that is 2 things. Once your dish will be nicely infused with that taste. The second thing is that once it's browned a little, it will not stick to your pan. In goes my green chilies. So I'm going to put the green chilies. Now my pan is on medium high. Now the reason for that is I'm doing this in a wok, which is a very thin metal thing. So unless you have a thicker kadhai, you need to keep this on slow. If the kadhai is there, then the heat can be a little more on that. So I'm going to give this green chilies a little saute till it takes the slight tenderness, it becomes soft, and then we're going to add the onions to it. My green chilies are soft, so I'm going to go ahead and add the onion to it. Okay, so the onion looks like in this condition right here, which has taken a slight brown color, but don't over brown it. Now goes the capsicum I've got 2 green capsicums I'm using and 1 red just to give a color. You can cut it about this size and that should do it. And everything, you know, I didn't bother to remove the seeds. So all the seeds are in there. Now this is going to be sauteed till this capsicum becomes slightly soft. Now what you don't want to do is you don't want to overcook this. At the same time, I'm going to put in my dhania too. So the dhania goes in there. Only thing I'm holding back is my julienne ginger and the tomatoes. And just put a plate on that and cover it and leave it for about 2-3 minutes so it's nice and soft. After covering it for about 2 minutes, this is how it looks. And as you can see, they are still little tough, the green peppers, but they've got a little moisture on it due to the heat. Now I'm going to add my julienne ginger to this at this time, and also we will add the spices. And for spices, we are going to do a fairly simple run, and let's see what we have here. And about half a teaspoon of haldi. Half a teaspoon of haldi goes in there. And then we are going to do about, I would say, a teaspoon of salt. Actually a little, you know, watch the salt because you don't want to get overpowered on the salt. So as per taste, let's just do that. And then I have the red chili powder, and I'm going to use another half a teaspoon of this in there. Then I need some jeera powder and some dhania powder. So this is the jeera powder here, another half a teaspoon of that, and 1 teaspoon of the dhania powder. So dhania powder is going to be little more than everything else. So about a teaspoon, which is a high teaspoon, I'm putting the dhania powder. I'm going to mix this together again. So that's another minute of sauteing it. Now I take my tomatoes and I'm going to just add all my tomatoes in there. Now the tomatoes, once you've added that, this is all open pan cooking now. You're not going to close this after this. Okay, so I have increased the heat to full, and I've done this sauteing for about 3 minutes. So I have made sure that I'm stirring it every time so it's not touching the bottom of my pan. Now if you see, the tomatoes have softened, but they still have some body to it, and that's what you're looking for. You don't want it to totally mush up. So now is the time when I'm going to add all my paneer in there. Okay, once the paneer is all added in, give a nice mix. And now if you look at my stove, I have gone to slow. Now this is important. Now you go to slow and you're going to cover now your paneer. Let's use another pan. I want a very tight cover to it. Okay, so there's my cover. Okay, I put a plate on it and it covers it nicely. This I'm going to leave on that slow for another 2 minutes. That's all it needs, 2 minutes, and your paneer is ready to eat. Okay, after 2 minutes keeping that on dum, this is what it looks like. See how amazing that Kadai Paneer is looking. And this is kept as dry with no gravy to it. You can enjoy this with either dum rice or naans or rotis. Thank you again for watching this aroma. I love you all. I wish you all love me back and show me that you do with your subscription on my channel plus your comments. So please, if you love me, show your love back. Thank you.